Susan and I are out in the woods next to the barn, and we're going to cut this big cherry today. We got a friend that has a hobby mill, and we're going to give that to him so we don't turn a good tree into firewood. And anyway, that's about an 18-inch diameter tree, so I need a hinge 14 to 15 inches long. And if I come around here, I can put a 14 to 15 inch hinge in right down here. If I get down low, I'm going to put that open face all out in the slab, so he won't lose any volume there. Come right around here, Susan. Let's see where we're going with this. We're going to shoot it that way. I've got a hackberry stump down there. I don't want to hit that hackberry stump and bust my tree, so I'm going to aim about 4 or 5 feet right of that hackberry stump and lay it out there. And if I look at my weight, I'll go around behind Susan. If I look at my weight forward and back, this tree is pretty well balanced forward and back. So after we get our hinge established, we'll be putting wedges in back there so it doesn't sit back on us. Possibility it might sit back, although it looks like it has more forward weight than back. When you go up there, the stem gets a little kink in it and sets the weight out about 1 foot up high. So I'm going to start the other camera and fire up. You get to see a cold start up on the saw. I haven't warmed them up yet. Okay, come over, take a look, see how well we did on our target sizes here. Tree scale size, log scale size. I wanted 14 to 15 inches on the hinge, and I'm right at 16 inches. So we got plenty of hinge. Okay, now we want to have no more than 1.8 inches thick. 10%, and because he's hoping to make some nice wood out of this, I'm going to try to get that hinge down about 1 inch thick. You go past 1 inch on these and you'll get some fiber pull on the back side. So we're going to try to get it about 1 inch. After I cut out this side's a little heavier here, we'll cut out this side first and put a wedge in there to support that hinge. hinge thickness on this side is just about 3/4 of an inch. Shot that straight through, and here about 3/4 of an inch here. So we got a nice thin hinge, and we shouldn't pull any fiber with that. So what I'm going to do now is cut back a little bit, and then we'll stick our wedges in up here to support that hinge as we get away from it. Okay, let's start measuring, Tim. That limb up there hit the corner of the barn. I don't think it caused too much problem. No. Wow, look at the color.
I have to say you missed your camera, I think.
That's what
I missed it. That's why I moved the camera up because I didn't want to smash it.
The corner of the barn, I don't know, I think you might get a little work out of that one.
No, I just bent the pin down on the end.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're good.
Look at the color in this log, Tim.
That's going to be nice wood.
That is going to be nice. Oh, man. That's nice. No fiber pull on the back of that hinge. That's kind of what I was aiming for. You know, the rules are up to 10%. Well, if I made that, 18, solid 18 inches, if I'd made that 2 inches thick, we'd have pulled about a quarter or half inch of fiber
some splinters
on the out of the butt of that log. So we're good there. Okay, well, let's measure up there, see how far it is to that big knot.
on a tree that's got as little lean as that one had,
Mhm.
do you always do a plunge cut, or?
Yeah, I do. I do it so I keep in practice.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's straight up, you don't really need that plunge cut, because you could have cut right up to the hinge, and it wouldn't have wobbled until you hit it.
As you go in.
But I like to set them up, because I like to be able to shoot that straight through, and
Yeah.
it's one of those things you have to do to stay in practice.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Because I just, if you look at this, I think the camera will catch this. I was watching this line here and the saw, and I shot a line. And I was erring a little bit back this way because I didn't want to kill my hinge. But you can,
It's a better way to establish your hinge.
yeah, if you can look right down that line and guide your saw, you can shoot a parallel line, and that's kind of how I do it. Now, to be safe, you'll start your bore cut here, shoot it through here, pull your bore cut back to the thickness you want, and dog in, and then carefully sweep it forward and check and check and check.
Right.
You'll sweep it forward. That's the way they teach you. You should do it to be safe.
Creep up on it.
Yeah, but then one of the rules you do is you never cut more than halfway through the tree on the heavy side. Well, this tree was pretty well balanced, just a little bit of weight that way. And with this much back and a hinge, I can punch all the way through from one side. Where you can get in trouble is if you keep cutting on this side, you keep cutting, this side's tense and this side's compressed. If you go too far, that tree will sit down on you.
Right.
So after I made enough sweep to get a supporting wedge in, and then I came over here and I cut this side out, cut out my tension side, and then you can finish up. After you got your wedges in, you can finish cutting out the compressed side, and then you never get stuck.
Yeah.
Never get stuck. Let me grab the tape to see how far we are up there. Go to the short, it's short right here. Hold right at the end. Okay, so here's 8/6 right here.
Okay.
You want to cut?
Yeah, that'd be great on the other side of that.
Cut 8/6 when you just go to the high end of that knot and buck that off. Be a hole right here, be right here. Right over this. And 10 feet puts us here. We can buck it off. Well, we go from here to here. You're 13.5 feet right here.
That'd be fine.
That'd be a good one. Yeah. It kind of depends where you want to stick that flaw. We can.
Yeah. I think
that's on one side. So if you want 10 foot, you just got one bad side.
But that's true. That's true. I think this butt end is a good 8-footer though. So let's go with your.
We'll buck it there. Okay. And I want to see how it's sitting on a hickory right there. We'll just watch that we don't get pinched. Let me grab my beating iron. I want to mark it where we're going to cut it.
Not much sapwood there either.